It was the last selfie he ever took inside a popular gay club on 46th Street. Just over 2 hours later, that young social worker was dead in the back seat of a cab. Thanks so much for staying with us. I'm Corey Chambers.
And I'm Erin LeBeau in for Tamsin Fidel. His name was Julio Ramirez, and his mysterious death on April 21st has clubgoers in Hell's Kitchen concerned. Pix 11's Mary Murphy is investigating the circumstances surrounding his death and joins us now. Mary.
Yeah, we were there last night until 1 o'clock this morning. The family of Julio Ramirez thinks he was drugged and then robbed. This selfie on his computer was taken at 2:26 a.m. on April 21st. 3 men got into a taxi with him at 3:17 a.m. and Ramirez was dead within 90 minutes.
West 46th Street off 9th Avenue is well known as Restaurant Row. It's also home to the Ritz Bar and Lounge, a popular dance club in the gay community. This is where Julio Ramirez, a 25-year-old social worker, took his last selfie at 2:26 a.m. on April 21st after a night of bar hopping.
He got into a dual master's program at the University of Buffalo. He lived in Bushwick, Brooklyn, and he was working as a mental health counselor over there.
Ramirez, a huge success story who lived his life with joy. The son of immigrants from El Salvador who settled on Long Island. A cousin translated for his father.
Since he was a young child, he was very polite, very responsible with his studies.
Yet Ramirez's fortunes changed radically about 45 minutes after he took the selfie at the Ritz. After getting into a taxi with 3 men, the driver discovered Ramirez was unresponsive and alone when the cab reached the Lower East Side 90 minutes later. Police suspected an OD.
When I heard that it was a drug overdose, my instant thought was that somebody had drugged him. My initial instinct is that he was given something.
And when Ramirez's brother checked Julio's computer,
he noticed that thousands of dollars were being spent in that month after Julio's death. I do remember money being specifically transferred through Zelle.
At the entrance to the Ritz, signs warn of pickpockets. But throughout the club scene here, many bars tell you to watch your drinks. We decided to come here to West 46th Street in Hell's Kitchen to check out some of the stories we were hearing about drinks that may be getting spiked in some of the clubs.
I've been a victim of spiked drink. And literally I had that one drink, I remember falling, I remember getting up. But when I woke up the next morning, I was in someone else's bed halfway naked. News
of Julio Ramirez's death has traveled.
So everyone is aware of it, yes.
This man was visiting from Detroit.
Don't just think that, whoever you come across wishes you well. It might not be always a good idea to be overly trusty.
We asked a manager at the Ritz Bar about the surveillance footage of Julio Ramirez's last movements here.
The police have it, so you can contact the police.
So they're the ones that are taking care of it?
All right. Detectives that are handling the case have all the information.
And news about a specific cause of death has been delayed by toxicology testing.
My friend is dead. It's been a month. We know nothing.
The NYPD issued a statement saying Julio Ramirez had no obvious signs of trauma on his body. But the fact that his cell phone and wallet were missing seems to signal foul play. And Ramirez's text messages were being read by someone the afternoon after his death. Corey and Erin.
Yeah, and that money being spent too. I mean, there are definitely questions that need to be answered here, Mary. No question.
Thank you, Mary.